So, to give everybody a little bit of history of this is, of course, a Gear Fit 2. Um, so, I bought this back in 2017, the Gear Fit 2 fitness tracker. Uh, it's been really good and everything else. So, I basically had it for almost about 6 years. So, it's been pretty good. Uh, but the issue I've been having now lately is that it appears not to hold a charge. Now, as you can see, when I put that back on there, you get the charge light, charging symbol, and right now it should go to show you what the current charge is. And right there it is, saying it's at 100%. Problem is that when I take it off the charger and try and power it on, I only get the reboot screen, the startup screen of the Samsung screen, and then it goes dead. As you can see, it looks like it's holding it, like it's taking the charge, and that it is charging. But the problem is, it doesn't seem to be holding a charge in the battery. That's what I suspect. So a couple of things though, before I go into this, that I noticed. So upon inspection, I saw some things that disturbed me as well. I've had this a while, so 6 years, so it's been pretty good. But like I was saying, when I take it off, right now it's saying it's fully charged, of course. But when I go to power it up, I get the Samsung Gear Fit 2 notification, and then it just goes out. And that's it. I'll try to boot it up again. It'll come on for a second, you hear the vibration, and it'll power up, but still won't come on. I'll try one more time. And it goes out. Now, what got me disturbed was brought me to think about the battery is that now after I've done that like 3 times, when I put it back on the battery charger, it should show that it's going to take a started charge, but it'll be like almost down to like 2% or something like that. A second. Now it's saying the charge, but then it'll say very low percent just after trying to do that. See, now it's down to 16%. So it's looking like to me like the battery won't hold a charge. Some other disturbing things that I also found, like upon my examination of it, if you look underneath here, in particular, right there. I'm sorry. Right here, as you can see, it looks to be pitted right there. So something's going on right there where I think the battery charge is arcing. It's arcing, and it caused that arc, which caused that pit right there, and so it's not making a great contact anymore on the contact points for the battery charging itself. Upon further examination, I also noticed when you look at the battery charger itself, I noticed some things on this side of it. This right here, this contact is stuck down, so this side is not charging. And then when you look at the other side, you look at it very closely, this top one looks to be damaged. So, and I think that's where the arc is coming from. As you can see, some of it's broken off. I think where it tried to arc at, and it's caused a lot of that damage right there. So the charger itself is probably damaged and not working well as well, and probably caused some of the issues that I'm now encountering with the battery because of either poor charging or some type of arcing that it was trying to do while making contact that caused that pit, and then somehow may have damaged the battery. So it looks like I'm going to replace several things on this Gear Fit 2 to make it right. I'm going to have to replace several things. So what I did was, I'll put that back on there. I bought several things to try to replace that I'm going to be working on, that I was going through in these steps. First of all, of course, I bought a new battery. This battery right here cost, I think it's $29 on Amazon. Ordered it through Amazon. So I'm going to replace that. The battery itself. Watching some videos on it, so it shouldn't be too complicated. You can give you that good look right there. So that's the battery for it. Also, because I saw that the issue is with the there's an arc on those battery contacts. I also ordered some more, and I don't know if you can see it in this video, some more battery contacts to replace that as well while I'm in there. These are them right here. I'm going to replace both battery contacts as I'm already going to be in there. And just to make things, just to eliminate any other issues, I also bought a brand new battery charger that we're going to try out as well. This ran me $9. The contacts, these two contacts themselves, I'm going to go back to these costed $20 just for these two small contacts with Amazon. But like I said, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it right. So I bought these little contacts right here. But yeah, on Amazon, these are going for, just for this, particularly the Gear Fit 2 and the Gear Fit Pro, these were right here were $19.99. So $20 just to buy these two little small contacts that go on here. I'm also going to be replacing the watch band itself because it's pretty old and dated. As you can see, I had it on this a couple of years, and it's pretty torn. So I'm going to replace the battery, the wristband as well. So as you can see right now, it looks like it's charging. It's taking a charge. The problem is that even though it shows that it's taking a charge and it is going up, it's not holding the charge. So, and then like I said, I still get that same issue. So even right now at 38%, I can take it off. It shows you right there it's at 38%. But when I go to boot it up, all I get is the boot up screen, and then it just goes out. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll go ahead and get set up, and then try and show you as I go through this. Okay, I'm back. So first things first, I'm going to take out the bands. So make sure you guys can see this. It's very straightforward for these old bands. For these, you simply just press and they just slide off. Of course, just press here and just slide it right off. Both bands just come right on off. Nothing to them. They've been on there some years, so. Things there. Next, to remove this, I bought the battery replacement kit. Came with a small toolkit that came with it. So I'm going to be using that. This small little toolkit right here came with it to replace the battery, which is cool. you know. So the fact that it was $30, at least you get a small little toolkit to work on it. You have all your tools that you need right then and there. And it also came with this screwdriver right here as well in the kit, primarily for opening up these 4 screws right here. So to do it, it's pretty straightforward. We'll just start right here and let me get into the camera, and I apologize. So I'm just going to, let me get a better angle. Okay, so you have your 4 screws right here. Just going to take those off. This man, we may need a bigger screwdriver, bigger head, Phillips. Let's see if it has it in the back. Try again. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to. That 1-2 wasn't the one they gave me looked a little bit too small, so I had to get one of my jewelry tools, small tool to get this to work. So now that I got that, let's try this again. So I'm just gonna undo some these, take this out of there. Kind of hard to do it behind the camera, guys, so I apologize, but that's basically, you guys get the gist of it. Come on, guys. Come on. Take these out one at a time. Make sure that my suggestion would be is to find a clear background and put these on so that you don't sit there and trying to struggle trying to find them. I'm going to put them on this right here. Time being, so I can make sure I keep a hold of them. Slide this back just a little bit. this up and out. So definitely just spin around in there. There's two. These two are fighting me, but it's okay. They're just come up. I might just need to give them some more kind of the backside pressure to help them get through, but a second. Okay. Want to be difficult. It just wants to be difficult. I see something here. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Last screw was just being a little difficult, but as you can see, all 4 screws are out now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So next thing to do now is just to go ahead and separate it. And for separating it, they give you this handy little tool right here for you to separate it with. Put this over here. Basically, you just go in between the seams. It should pop out. It should pop pretty easily. So I'm just gonna go along both sides of the seams. It pops right open. Okay. To pop, I'm just going to open it up slowly because there is a gasket material in here that you want to be careful of that makes it waterproof. So you want to make sure that you don't damage that. After 6 years, the question is how much of it's left and how much really truly is waterproof. But there it goes. It opens up just like so. Here's the top part. Here's the bottom. So some remnants of the gasket material in there. I'm gonna flip it over, and as you can see, there's that that bad contact of the battery contactors. I'm going to be replacing both of these with, and that's these right here. Okay. So let's pop those out first. And then we'll get to the hard part, which will be removing the battery right here. Right now, put that to the side. Let's stay focused on this. We'll do this one at a time, just to make sure that we are taking our time and doing it right. There's a little magnet here, so be careful. Just gonna pop this pad up a little bit, and it should pop out. It's gonna be difficult the first time, but like I said, if you take your time, it should pop right. It should pop out. Just have to. And let's try this side right here first. Came at it from the back. So we'll find a good corner to lift it up on. Second. Okay, let's see how a lot is using this up here. That's it. Just gotta be delicate with it. It should pop right up. Just like so. One out. Get the other. And that's the damaged one right there, as you can see. And you have both of these here. So, first things first, you have the two damaged ones. I'm going to replace it with these two good ones. I'm going to move these damaged ones right over in the corner so there's no mistaking the old ones from the new ones. Shouldn't be any, but you know, when you're in the thick of things. Just want to make sure to make things as easy as possible. So I'm going to replace this one first, of course. So I'm just going to lay it right in there. Move it right over the spot, right over the slit. It should be just as simple as pressing down. Make sure you get it right over that slit though. Oh, it's not in there. There we go. What I'm going to do is make sure that it's in there. It's really not yet. It's not in there yet. Second here. Okay. And but then oh darn it, thought I had it in there. It gets difficult sometimes. You gotta take your time. You don't want to damage it, of course. But you gotta get it to snap on that you gotta make sure you set it down right so it will just pop right in there. Sometimes you just have to work it through. And it should just pop in there. It's being a little difficult, but what can I say? This is a couple of years old. Okay. It's in there. All right, put the second one in there. You just gotta take your time with this. Don't try and press it too much. Don't try to force it too much. Like I said, it should just snap right into the clip. There's a little Something that drops right on top of. It should fall right in that little slit. It just gets difficult because it's brand new. It's not worn or anything, so you just gotta get it on there. It's not the right thing to do. Me trying to do this behind the camera is not ideal. So, just FYI for those of you who plan on trying to film these types of things behind the camera. It's not harder than what it seems. One second. Okay, appears to be in there. That's how it looks on the other side. So brand new contacts on both sides. So this part, the fix is done. Brand new contacts on both sides. So we'll test this out as soon as I get done repairing the rest. Yeah, fix that one. That one's still a little high. And he's got a little washer on him, so it kind of slides right. It's supposed to slide right down in there. So you just gotta. You have to be a little forceful, but not too much. Like I said, you don't want to damage it. How about that? That's better. Yeah, so they'll both pop right down that clip, and when they do, they're in there. You just have to have that clip come through a little bit. You don't have to have it come through all the way, but you just want to be sure that it's in there. Nothing worse than putting this back together and it doesn't make good contact. So that takes care of that. As you can see on both sides of it, brand new contacts. Okay, on to the hard part. And let me slide this over here, slide these over here, out the way. And here's the hard part. This is the main board. Yeah, several things going on here, but from what I've been reading on, it's not going to be too difficult. But we'll find out. Just remember where everything's at. Okay, so let's get started with this next phase. So, for this, I watched a couple of videos, so it's pretty straightforward. You got two connector clamps, which is right here and right here. This one is for the circuit board, and then this one, of course, right here is for the battery. For everything else, so I'm just gonna use this little tool right here they give you. You're not gonna do it too hard. You're just gonna pry it up just a little bit. Just pry right up. Be careful what you're doing at all times. Just remember, take your time. There you, take your time. There you go. Comes right out. Then your next one's right here at the battery. Oops, and be careful. You don't want to damage anything. The other contact points. So when you do this, like that, then you want to come over here from the battery. Try to catch you on the corner. Just get the corner, but just ease it up. And like that, it should pop right open. And just pull it back. And that's all it counts for the battery. These two are up. It should be just a simple thing of lifting up one piece at a time. And as you can see, I'm lifting up and you can see the main circuit board coming up. If you want to give it a little help, you can. Spin it around a little bit so you get it for the camera. Doesn't require too much. And you don't need to do too much too. So you just take your time and let it wiggle itself loose. Just a little bit. Just remember, it's all about patience. There's nothing to do. Just patience. And just like that, there it is. I'm gonna lay this just like it's supposed to be laid right there. And there's your battery. Just like that. Okay? And then you're just going to simply... Now, some batteries have an adhesive on it. Some of them don't. Give it a little tug and... Yeah, that might be it. That's adhesive on there. So... You can come from this end, side right here. Just gotta be careful. Sometimes a pair of tweezers is best to try and just trying to nudge it out. It says you don't want to be too forceful with this. Just about seeing. I think most likely it's got adhesive tape on the back of it, so that might make it a little bit more difficult to get out. Most likely. So we'll keep working at it and keep wiggling it back and forth and so just have to we'll keep wiggling it and eventually it should just like that, it'll pop up. You just want to keep nudging it up. You don't want to make it harder than what it is. There it is. And just like I thought, see there's adhesive tape on the back of it to hold it down. Now that's out of there. Put this right here. And that's the battery. And you'll get your replacement battery right here. And put this down right here. Get your replacement battery out of it there. Here's your replacement battery. It's pretty much the same. This one had adhesive on it, but this one doesn't. Just want to compare things. Compare it to make sure it's oriented the right way. Then you're just going to go ahead and place it right back in its spot. As always, trying to be careful. Drop it in. Lay it in there. Just like so. Lay it in there just like so. Make sure it's pressed down really good. You could put adhesive tape on the other one, on this one if you want to, but I don't see the need to. I think this is more than adequate that you got it in there. You just want to make sure it is good and in there snug. And then it's just about putting this back on here. Make sure you lay this back in here. You take your time. Remember, it's a marathon. It's not a race. Make sure that everything just falls right back into place, just like so. You gotta make sure that you have enough slack to pull it over for your battery. So you want to make sure it does long enough. You got enough slack to pull that over. So you want to make sure it falls in the right place. Sometimes these don't want to. It doesn't want to go right in. So you gotta make sure that you're not being too forceful or anything like that. You want everything to lay like it was before when you first opened it up. You're just going to lay things in here. Then just start popping things over. You hear it snapping once it's, you'll hear that battery clip snapping. You just got to make sure that you give it enough slack for it to fold over. Just like so. You just gotta get sure it's got enough slack to fold right on over. Then it'll make a good nice snap. And then it's just about putting this back on here. That's just a fold over and a snap. Just take your time, line it up as best you can. It should fall right in. Just like so. battery clip. Oops. Let me get that again from right here. Don't press it too hard. Just want it to be on there. Press you back in there. Make sure that you're good in there. Sometimes these things can be difficult. You just have to take your time. There you go. Okay, everything's in there. Everything feels snug. Now, now that you got that in there and it's snapped in there, just remember the vibrator side. Best way to remember it, best thing to do is remember that here's the contact points right here. Put this right here. And then of course the vibrator means the vibrator side should go to this side. So just like so. In there. Just about pressing it back down. And it should snap right into place. Doesn't matter. Now, make sure that you get, make sure it's lined up. That's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna take it back off, but make sure it's lined up. Sometimes you just have to go on the button. Maybe it's best to go on with go onto the button side first. Get those down in there. Then come back to the other side, the clamp side. There we go. Okay. Nice and sealed. Nice and sealed now. This should be. Second. It may not be it might not be waterproof no more, but it's in there. Now the biggest question comes. Here's a $1,000 question. Try and power it up. Got a vibration. That's a good sign. And it's staying on longer. There it goes. There's a Samsung. So was the battery. And look. Boom. Wow. Look at that. Got it connected. Still got old dates in there. But that was it. So now I'm just going to button it up. And then I'll try the nearest spell. Everything works. Yep. Everything's working. Okay. So now just about buttoning it back up. And get my trusty screwdriver. And I will try to do this a lot easier. Hopefully this will go in easier than it came out last. Than it did taking them out. So I'll start here. Press. Keep that like that. Spin it around. You guys will remember, this is the magnet side, so you may come across this issue. You just gotta line it up right. And then it should fall in, and then it's just about tightening it down. Okay. 2 more screws to go. Excuse me, guys. This is kind of a. When working from behind the camera, you guys have to remember it's not easy. I'm pretty sure anybody who's worked behind the camera realizes that. Magnetism. I apologize about this, guys. I know I'm kind of going in and out of the camera, but I'm trying to make sure that I basically thread the needle with screwing this in. I don't want to strip any of these screws. It's already hard enough to get them in and out as it is. Then, of course, then you're also fight with magnetism too. So just gotta line it up. You know what, this last one, I think we're just going to drop him in and take our chances. He doesn't want to seem to play right. Okay, that's probably because of magnets on that side anyways. Now with these there are like 4 little rubber stoppers they give you. I mean, rubber things to put over top. They go over the screws to help prevent with corrosion, keep it watertight. I mean, keep them from corroding. But I don't have them anymore, but if you still have yours, you should, at this point right here, you should be putting those back in those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those 1, 2, 3, 4 spots and getting that done. So right now, the primary thing that I was focused on was pretty much just taking care of this part. It's now working. That's the big thing for me. Lastly, I'm going to try out these new wristbands that I bought. But these, I fixed it, and you guys are probably wondering, with a 6-year-old, I bought this band for, but with a 6-year-old product, why am I still wasting my time? And I'll show you at the end why I am so heavily focused on going through all of this to save myself some. It's about saving money and a product, but I'll show you about this in the last time. So. Straightforward for the snaps again. You just slide it into the groove, press the button, it's in there. Do the same thing with this one, like so. Just come up, slide it into the groove, press the button, and it should feel just like, oops. That one minutes a liar out of me, because I didn't slide in there right. Just like so. Now, new bands on there, just like so. Did I put on the right side? Yeah, I did. Yeah. And it's working. Now, to try out the new, so far, let's talk about what we replaced. So far, I'll leave this right here. I'm working so you can see it. So we replaced the battery. These two battery contactors. Oops, sorry, the battery. These two battery contactors. Just so that you guys would know. Is anybody wondering? There is a difference, just to let you guys know, when you're ordering, if you had to go through this, you have to order a battery, there is a difference between the gearfix 2 and the gearfix 2 Pro and battery size. So make sure you get the right battery for the one, whichever gearfix you have. So we replaced that. I'm going to put these away in a separate bag for trash. And now on to the other next step. So, as I said before, oops, a second. So now to test the battery, we got to test the battery contactor. As I said before, this was the old one. As you can see, it's pretty damaged. I believe this top one right here, if you look at it sideways, it's very short. I think just the one that was arcing and causing the issue. The other side is basically non-functional because that one's recessed back in there. So what I did was I bought this brand new one. This only, like I said, this only cost me like $9, so it's really not nothing, no expense. The biggest two things that were expensive here was the battery. Of course, like I said before, that was $30. It came with a toolkit, and the battery contacts, which were $20 each. So I'm going to now. So now I'm going to hook this charger into here to test it out. So I got it plugged in. And here comes the moment of truth to make sure to see that I fixed everything. Let me get right in the camera. Forward. Just so that you guys can see. just gonna drop this in here, and we should see, working. So this one works. Contacts are working. I'm gonna flip it over. The contacts work on either side, and boom, and it's working. So this is now totally fixed. I have my new charger, new battery, new battery contacts. And if you guys travel like I do, I also bought this little carrying case. I'm gonna move this right here. I bought this little carrying case. That back. Do this real quick. I bought this carrying case to hold the charger in. So basically, we're gonna let's figure this out right now. So this pops up, or it comes out like this, but I have two. But basically, the charger comes up between here. Should at least. 1 second. Yeah. Make sure I got it right. It's rubber, so it should fit. I'm sorry, it just fits. Make sure I did it right. Hold on. Okay, so now that it goes, basically you buy one of these, like I was saying before, this right here, this is a travel carrying case. You basically put your charger in here, and it acts as an extra little cradle for your gear. And then what you can do is put it, let me make sure I put it on there, make sure it's making good contact, like so, boom, it's charging. And this is basically for travel. So you can go ahead and keep everything. It comes as this little carabiner thing that you can use to while it's charging, when you're going traveling. You can just basically unplug it, wrap it up in here, like when you're traveling. Wrap your cable up in here with your, of course. Wrap it, you take your watch out, of course, but just saying, while you're traveling, you can have this, and you wrap this up in here. Put that in there. Your power plug, because you know Samsung ain't giving you none anymore. This is an old one. Put your power plug in here if you want to, but mostly just put this in here. You have this in here, so when you're traveling, you can put all your charger in here, seal it up, and then you use this right here. You got a little flash right here. You got this little thing right here. And if you got like a backpack or anything, you can put it on that, or anything that's useful, slide it through. You got a nice little handy carrying case. So that's pretty cool. Like I was saying though, everybody, you guys were wondering, why, for a 6-year-old gearfix 2, why go through all the trouble? Is it worth it? And normally, everybody knows by now that Samsung's pretty much given up on the gearfix initiative. So, they're giving up on their gearfix. So, those of us who have them still, it's a good product. Don't get me wrong, but they're put most of their fitness back in through through the GoPro Gear. I mean, it's the Galaxy Watch Pro 5s and Pros. So it didn't make much sense to go ahead and have a fitness tracker, but I like them. I like them. I like it a lot. You know, it helps me out, especially with work, because I usually have to carry two watches, and I have two watches, one for work and then one for personal, and I can get my messages through, use my watch for my personal, and then use my Gear Fit to get messages from work, without having to have my phones on me at all times. So it's kind of cool that way too. But just to let you guys know, why if that's the case you like so much, why didn't you buy a brand new one? I'll show you guys why I didn't, because basically of the price. Um, this is like a 6-year-old product, and if you look at this, if you move this over here, and I'll bring this one right here, and if you look right here closely, the Gear Fit 2s, largest, even the Pros, still $229. This is a Pro. Let me see something here. For Gear Fit, it's still a Pro. And then right here, Gear Fit smartwatch. This right here is a renewed one for $139. It's not worth it. So basically I repaired all of this for $40 and fixed mine. Now it's good for another couple of years, you would think. So yeah, those are the old. These are just bands right here, but this is the Pro 229, $289 for the Gear the Gear Pro 2 black and white. Then you got this one, another Pro. Trying to find the prices. Give me 1 second. So like I was saying, if you just do a simple Google search, simple Google search, and it'll show you the prices. Like on Amazon, this is a Pro. This one right here, they want $300 for the blue one. A simple search, 300. One like mine, Gear Fit 2 small, 335. It's just ridiculous. 179. That's the lowest I've found. But I repaired mine now by replacing the battery and fixing the contacts and buying a new charger, all for under $50. Like I said, $60, I should say rather. So because it was $30 for the battery, $20 for the battery contacts, and then $8 basically, or roughly $9 just for the charger, the battery charger. The charger itself. And that's it, and it's good. And hopefully now this will last another 6 years. Like I said, I would have bought a Gear Fit 2 Pro, but if you look at the prices of those, it's just crazy. Let me see something here. First things first, I'll go into price real quick. And like I said, you're seeing like 179, 335. And if I go right to the make this for the Gear Fit 2 Pro price. They want, look at this, $199, $200. Of course, eBay is crazy, but still, that's what they want to spend for just looking around at Walmart, even for just a Gear Fit 2 Pro Black, they want 221, 222. You know, it's just ridiculous. So for $60 and a little bit of time and effort, you know, a little bit of time and effort. This one's now fixed, got a new band on it. The band didn't cost anything but freaking $5. You know, but you know, now for basically like $60, you know, it's just like new, and it's working just fine. It's working now. So yeah, I'm happy. Just gotta now resync it back up, clean it up a little, sync it back up, and I can use it again. So I hope this video was helpful to anybody who has one. You know, it's something to. It's a good product. I liked it. I liked it as a tracker. I still like it as a tracker. I use it for a different function, like I said earlier, for work. But my thing is that for the price that they want a brand new one for, it's just not worth it. It's better off just going ahead and putting a little elbow grease in time, spending a little bit of money replacing the battery. And hopefully this battery, the last battery lasted 6 years, and I'm hoping this one lasts just as long, unless we come up with, Samsung come out with a new tracker, which I doubt they will. So like I said, everything's going towards, they're putting all their fitness stuff into the watch. But, you know, I'm still happy with it. Still good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a little long. I apologize. But, you know, it was a long, it was a lot to be fixed. It caused a lot of damage. Remember, guys, before you go about replacing the batteries, again, check these battery contacts. Make sure you check these battery contacts. Make sure they're not pitted or anything. If they are, that might be the source of your issue. But it appeared to me that I had multiple issues. I'm thinking that the pitting, along with the damaged point contacts on the charger itself, caused the damage to the battery as well overall over time. So I just decided to go with the whole replacement, especially considering the price. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave comments below. But yeah, back on the wrist.